loading.
What's up, my gorillas? Jesse, the AI gorilla here, and today we're back with another banger, and this is going to be a good one, so you're going to want to stick around to the end. I'm going to walk you through the entire process of kind of creating an artist, coming up with that artist's name, creating your first album, getting that album uploaded to Distrokid and instantly monetized on all platforms so you can get your royalties within 6 to 8 weeks, depending on how many streams and downloads and plays you get across all platforms and how long it takes for those to actually reach Distrokid Bank. And we're going to do everything from naming the artist to claiming the official artist YouTube channel. That's merging our topic channel and our regular YouTube channel. So that way we can get access eventually after it comes through, because we're going to claim it here on this video, but so we can get access to our analytics and we can double down on our best types of songs and we can replicate that sound in that song. So make no mistake, the entire strategy is simple. You make an album, you try to keep the voices the same, you try to keep a similar sound, you keep it in the same niche, and you publish an album or a song every single week. I don't recommend publishing more than 2 albums in a week. I recommend waiting till an album is published all the way to all platforms before publishing another album, so that way you don't get flagged as spam. I don't recommend uploading more than that on one Distrokid account at all, because they're cut, people get their accounts banned from uploading. They don't throw you away and they don't take your music down, but they will stop you from uploading from that account and you will have to create a new one. I recommend a new Gmail for every artist that you want to create, so that you create a new Distrokid account and a new YouTube and a new TikTok and Facebook and all that good stuff if you want it. All right. But first, major credibility check. Why does anyone care what I have to say? Why is anyone listening to me? Well, it's because in the past, 8 months in public or so, since September and November, I've made over $135,000 in public and shared it with you every month, every withdrawal. We just did the major revenue breakdown, and you can see right here, this is from May 2025 through May 2026. So I made $137,000 in 1 year, all, online revenue. Majority of this came from YouTube. Go watch my revenue breakdown video if you want to know where the money's coming from, which platforms, and why this is the best faceless YouTube strategy out right now. And if you want to know further courses, because this is going to be a masterclass, if you want to see other courses that have different little gold nuggets in them, you're going to want to go to the YouTube channel you're watching me on here. First thing you're going to do is scroll down, and I want you to show some love to Paid Off the Hate here. This is our theme song. We made this for the haters who hate on AI music. And it's paying us money right there. We got almost 100,000 streams. See if you can get us to 100,000 streams on there. I really appreciate every one of you. Put that on your playlist. You should have heard that at the beginning of this video. And then go down and watch the other masterclasses. This is going to be a masterclass, but these ones have different little gold nuggets, because this is unscripted, because this is how I do it. Because I'm a doer and this is how I make the money, and I'm sharing it with you every step of the way. So without further ado, the first thing we're going to need to do is some kind of niche or keyword research. There's dozens of ways to do this. The easiest way is to use vidIQ. Get in there and search from your major genre. We're here on psychedelic rock, which is what we're targeting, and we've already made the first album on this, but same concept applies. And you watched me make this in one of our other short course videos. Rock would be the major genre. I consider the major niches like hip hop, R&B, rap, rock, country. I consider those the genres, and I consider what we do making music for niches, because rock is huge, has 1 million searches. Yeah, it's medium intensity and whatnot, but you want to find something that has low competition and medium streams. And you're not always going to get the best stuff. So I've actually found this keyword through looking at YouTube videos that popped up on my home screen. One of my favorite ways that I find stuff is music that I like is propagated to me, and new formats are propagated to me, and psychedelic rock videos were getting propagated to me. So I searched psychedelic. I said, I'm going to go to vidIQ and I'm going to search psychedelic rock. And lo and behold, it is I would consider a high search volume word with low competition. And we can use vidIQ further to do some niche research and start looking at what is being played. A lot of it is older music. You see people like the older 70s music, so there we instantly got a vibe on what, and I already know what the music is because I watch it a little bit, and so it's propagating that to me. But it does it because I listen to Jimi Hendrix and Santana, and so you can see that that's kind of considered psychedelic rock, that 70s and 60s rock. So we already have a genre, but then what really piqued my interest was all the channels with these nice psychedelic pictures and videos, and they're mopping it up. And so that's what we went with for targeting this. And of course, with vidIQ, we are partnered with them now. We do have a partnership. And if you use my link, and this is for all my gorillas out there, if you use this link, it should be below the video. You will be able to get your first month for $1. And this tool, you're going to need it forever. So I know you're going to keep it, but even they got little discounts and all that stuff too. So if you go to cancel, they should give you a discount to sign up and whatnot. And you're going to need this to make all your thumbnails. I make all the thumbnails on this channel with it. I make the thumbnails for my artist channels with this too when I can, and download it. Download the Chrome extension to your platform, but especially for your channel and your first main artist, and you're really trying to get it to pop, this is going to do you a world of justice. And it's going to save you tons of time because you don't even have to leave YouTube to generate your thumbnails. And just downloading and uploading thumbnails takes a lot of time. And just that process alone is worth the money to me. I don't know about you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to come up with that name. I came up with the Psychedelic Rocker because you saw me come up with that name. The first thing you want to do is check YouTube and see if the name's available. So I went to YouTube and I made sure the name was available. I typed it in, create new channel, and I type it in until it was available. I did multiple versions of psychedelic rock. I tried to do psychedelic rocker. The first thing I did was try psychedelic rock. When you're going to create a new channel, you're just going to click over here on your name and go create a new channel. So if you want to see that, go watch the last course video I just made, and you can watch it in there. But I think you'll be able to figure that out. It's not very hard. So we'll create the channel, and we need to make sure that this name is exactly matches what we're going to upload into our Distrokid account, which is where all the revenue from the other platforms is collected. And then you transfer that to your bank. So we've secured this name, and you can see it is a search engine optimized name, as well as we are search engine optimizing the first album. Now, we haven't merged our channels yet. We're going to do this at the end of this video. I'm going to show you how to do it. But you can see Psychedelic Rock I'm using it right here for search engine optimization as well. So we are wholly targeting that keyword. We are going to attempt to dominate this keyword over the next year by, overwhelming fire superiority is what we would say in the military. And that's the goal here. Nothing fancy, nothing to it. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't spam the internet. Don't publish too much. Make good music, edit your lyrics, and then get it uploaded. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to use Suno to make some lyrics. So there's multiple ways to generate your music to get your albums completed. I like to play my guitar in here. If you've seen my other videos, you know that I have my voice uploaded in here. And if you want, you create a voice and sing and get that uploaded, generate a new voice and go through the process. But we're going to use my recorded voice right here. And then we're going to go to simple mode, and that way it has my voice. It's going to prompt the machine this basically takes my voice to give it and then gives it a prompt for it to follow as well. So now we're going to do something simple because we're doing psychedelic rock. I want a psychedelic rock song about losing all my rights for a plant that was in my glove box. And then that's just going to generate a super simple song. This is what, if you're anything like me, you're not like super creatively inclined. Maybe you come up with your good ideas a lot of times, and but maybe you're out of ideas and you're still trying to stay on topic, or maybe you have a hard time getting some good stuff out there. This is one of the easiest ways to generate a full song with lyrics, and then of course you're going to edit from there. This is what I would call a minimum viable product, and maybe 1 out of 7, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 10 songs are like really good off the rip. And but not always the case. But this is the fastest way to get something out there, because for me, it's easier to get a minimum viable product and then think about what I don't like in that. I don't like this, I don't like that, and then tailor the prompt and the lyrics backwards from there. Maybe I didn't like the style that it came up with, because even though you start on simple, once you remix the song, it's going to put it in an advanced mode so you can edit the lyrics and the prompts that the machine used to pull all of your sounds into synthesis. So we'll start with that, and we're going to create this. Give it just a second. It should populate here, and we'll be able to actually start taking a look at the lyrics and everything as soon as it generates here. Boom. So here we have the style prompt that is showing us psychedelic. And don't mind my automations that keep popping up on the screen. I get asked questions about them all the time. I have tons of programs running. I know that you can see some of these and you can't see some of these. Don't mind those. They're not important to what we're doing here, but they are making me money in the background, doing a plethora of other projects, by the way. AI is the future. So here we have the lyrics. They took my keys at dawn, said step out slow, found a little green ghost in a dash below. And we can listen to this in just a second, but I wanted to show you that it instantly, and we can make this bigger, instantly gives you your style prompt. So this is basically what you have going on. And then it's going to use my voice, and then it's going to create these lyrics. Now we should be able to listen to this already by now. Let's go ahead and mute myself and see what this minimum viable product looks like. Yeah. They took my keys at dawn, said step out slow, found that little green ghost in. All right, now that's pretty good. Honestly, I'm going to remix it. You know how I already like it. And I can just tell by looking at the lyrics that it's not going to hit the way I want it to, because I like to have the chorus first. So we're going to hit that old remix button. And then once it's available, and we're going to edit these lyrics and edit the song. The remix button is going to put our style prompt and lyrics here, and it's going to have the song up above. So it kind of, what this is going to do is, because I like that guitar intro riff, it's going to keep that same guitar. And now it's going to have my voice. And you can also replace this audio with your guitar. If you remember, we recorded our guitar before. So if you wanted to do, and you know, mine's the resonator. It's not necessarily this style of music, but you could upload that. And if you watch my other videos, you'll see when I played the guitar, used my phone like a sampler, uploaded the music, extracted the prompts, and used those. Very similar process. All right, so now, we'll put it in advanced mode. There we go. And now it has the lyrics and the style prompt down here, so we can edit whatever we want. But the number one thing I want to edit is the lyrics, right? So here we are in the lyrics. I'll make those bigger. I'm going to copy this chorus. Copy, and then paste that up top. Actually, the best thing is to edit. I'm going to edit this chorus because I actually want to make it a little better. I want to say plant in a glove box. Whoa, cut. Oh, I didn't want to cut. And boom. And now, perfect. Now we'll do that. And even at the bottom, it says all for a glove box. Plant, I like how that's kind of the opposite of beginning, so it's not too repetitive. Now we'll replace all the choruses. This should sound a little better to me. You know what? I'm going to leave this final chorus with it a little different, so it just sounds trippier. Like, oh, the lyrics are different. What the? And then we'll change this one, all for a plant in a glove box. And now it's like different than the rest of the choruses. It's an example of simple little things to do with your music just to make it different. Now we'll generate that. And it's going to be a 10 times the banger the last one. At least in my mind, it will be. We'll be back in just a second. I'm going to pause. All right, now that we've got these generating, let's take a first listen real quick. But you can see the lyrics are changed. We've got our choruses changed in there. And let me make sure I mute myself so it's not echoing. Plant in a glove box plant, glove box plant. All right, I don't necessarily like that the way it's going, so I'm going to change the style prompt here. We're actually going to shorten it up. Psychedelic rock, fuzz soaked bass, take out the lurching, and boom. All right. Get that prompt a little bit, get a little better style prompt. And there's multiple ways to come up with style prompts. You can let AI do it. And this is just one of the easiest ways, especially if you're not musically inclined and you're not using other machines and you want to keep it all, everything on, as many moves on one platform as possible. And that's for anything, right? That's like using vidIQ to be able to do thumbnails on YouTube instead of having to go off platform to do it, right? Just time saving. Being able to just edit everything right here in Suno, super time saving, and boom, boom, boom. Being able to generate your lyrics immediately in Suno and then edit them to make them your lyrics instead of just generated lyrics. That's, the fastest way to do it, especially if you've already written 600 songs or poems and you're kind of out of all your poems and songs. Because for most people, they have however amount, if you're any kind of songwriter or poet, you have your notebooks and you have your amount of stuff that you've written throughout your life. And then ultimately you're able to get that, created and published pretty quick. So what I do is I'll take that and I'll take an entire song, maybe I'll take a chorus and I'll make something different. I'll rewrite it or an AI and I'll have AI generate different versions of it. And then I'll tailor that and edit it. And that's a way of just taking what you have, one seed, and turning that into multiple seeds so you can grow multiple trees and multiple plants instead of just one tree from one seed, It just works out. All right, let's take a listen. In a glove box, lost my rights for a glove box plant. Glove box plant.
Love box plan.
Tell me how that made. So we got a song here and we picked one we like. So if you don't have the tools that we use, like the Suno helper that we have from the paid school community that's made by school community members, you're going to download these WAVs one at a time. Download, and you watch all my early videos. This is how I did it, right? Reciprocity repaid me for teaching others what I'm doing, and I was rewarded with a tool that helps me save tremendous amounts of time. But you're going to download these WAVs one at a time, and you're going to do this for 10 to 14 songs, 10 to 25 songs or so. I don't recommend doing bigger albums that, up to 35. They take forever to get published, and I think they're more likely to get you flagged as spam, honestly. So I recommend keeping it between 10 and 25 songs per album. But you're going to download 10 WAVs ready to upload to Distrokid, okay? And for me, I'm going to go over to Claude AI and use that to generate my lyrics. So what I just typed here, I need psychedelic rock album, 30 titles, complete songs around losing my rights to cannabis consumption and being hassled by the man. Make these titles 3 words or less and ensure the song titles and lyrics are completely new and novel and never before used. All right, and use our trained format. So the reason I why did I use that? Well, because if you look under psychedelic rock, and if you do niche research, you'll see down there it has the stoner rock as well. And we can mix that in with what we're doing. So it says to me that people are looking for that psychedelic music. They're looking for that that counterculture / subculture to go with these psychedelic visuals and lyrics. So we're using Claude to generate those lyrics for us. It's going to output it in a JSON format for me, just the way I like. And so while that's happening, we're going to go make our next thumbnail. Now, we already made one before, but we're going to make another one for this next album because this is the masterclass where we're going to claim our channels. We're over here at ChatGPT, and I'm going to say, I need a 3000 by 3000 album cover image of a psychedelic police stop of someone getting arrested, pulled over and arrested. And this should generate us, at least it's something pretty good, if not our minimum viable product, that we can tell it, hey, I don't like this, remove that. And because I said album cover, it might say like explicit lyrics and stuff, and I might have to say remove that. If I'd have thought a little bit, it would I would have told it not to have any text or lyrics on the photograph. And now we'll go back and check on the total lyrics that we're generating. And there's nothing wrong with generating entire albums in Claude AI and then tailoring your songs from there, just like I showed you on one song. Now, we're not going to go through the process of doing it for every song. We're going to fast forward through that or edit it out, but you saw exactly how it's done. Here we are, still cooking, and back to ChatGPT, also cooking. We'll be back once these are done. Nice. So we got the image generated here from ChatGPT. I actually really like that one. We'll edit out I might even leave the parental advisory because it is explicit, honestly. And now we'll go check on our lyrics. Well, it looks like our lyrics are done generating. Let's see what we got here in our JSON. We'll go ahead and download that and take a look. And because we've got we'll finish our thumbnail. Here's the thumbnail we did last time. This is Canva. This is Canva here, and we're uploading the ChatGPT image to Canva, and I like to use Canva to edit the images. This is just simple editing. I recommend always editing whenever you can. It's uploading right now, and replace background, and then we're going to edit this image, and we will. I usually like to do autofocus, but I love the 90s sky in the background there that looks like an old 90s blacklight poster. It's phenomenal. I want to keep that, so I don't want to get rid of that, but I may add some the nostalgic filter to it. I do want to give it a vintage look. There we go. They got antique and nostalgic. Let's see. Boom. I knew nostalgic was going to make that pop. At least I think so. Maybe a little too much. There we go. And I think that's going to be good as is. We're going to take that. I'm going to download this as a JPEG, and that'll be ready. So now our album cover is ready. Now we just need to finish generating the whole album. We do have one song, and you could just use this to upload one song real quick if you wanted to, but I'm going to generate a full album here, and I like to use the Suno prompter tool. This is another community-built Chrome extension. You're just going to manually do your lyrics how you want to do them. But, if you want to get your hands on this Chrome extension or whatnot, it's in the paid school community. Remember that. And this little purple arrow, my screen is too big. Let me make it smaller for you. Little purple arrow here. We'll go click on that. That is where we're going to upload our JSON and get that going. The JSON we just downloaded, and that's going to auto put our songs and lyrics here so we can get those started prompting. So we'll go ahead and get that started. And so as it's prompting, and it's just auto prompting my songs for me, I'll show you what that looks like just so you can see. I know not everybody's going to have this, but some of you are. And you, no, I won't close this, not close this, I will minimize this. And you can see it's got the songs directly from Claude AI, Sacred Sativa, Forbidden Foliage. So it sound like great titles already. Honestly, they sound pretty awesome. So as this is generating, I'm going to go through and start listening and deciding. And if I need to remix them, I'll pause it, but it'll be done shortly. And then I'll remix what I want. And I'm going to add them to a playlist by right-clicking these three little dots and clicking add to playlist. That playlist is going to be the album title, by the way. And when I download it, I'll use my tool to download all of this in a one file. And there's tons of tools out there already. I just have the custom one in the school community that someone built for me. I didn't even know these other ones existed either. I was doing this manually, like I said. But we'll be back once I get this playlist done. So we're back with our playlist. We've got that completed here. We've got 23 songs in total. We're calling the album Forbidden Foliage, Psychedelic Rock. And once again, if you don't have the Suno helper tool from the paid school community, you're going to download individual WAVs. Nothing wrong with it. I did it for months. I made like my first $10,000-$15,000 without this tool, and reciprocity paid me back. You'll download here, download WAVs. I'm going to use the Suno tool to download the entire playlist at once. And you can see I'll move my picture here. You can see it's downloading over here to the side. And once that downloads, it'll be just a few minutes here. Once that downloads, we'll be ready to upload. We've already got our picture ready to go. And once this is downloaded, we'll extract it. And when it's extracted, it'll also have metadata, and it's going to have a JSON with all our information that the Suno helper tool, which also works on Distrokid, I'll show you. It's going to paste all the titles. So we'll be back once this is done downloading. So there we go, finished downloading. We're going to open that up. We're going to extract that. Actually, it's going to be, we've got that extracted. Fix my picture. We're going to go over to Distrokid and upload our album. Our album is now officially ready. We've downloaded all our songs, downloaded our thumbnail. Now let's pop open that Distrokid account. Here's the last album we did. But remember, creating a new artist, all you have to do is change the name. So make sure that you type the same name. If you only have one artist with one Distrokid account, you'll never have this issue. It should automatically populate. If you put it, make sure the name matches your YouTube channel that we made. Like I said, make sure your name matches. So to upload the album, we're in Spotify, but you'll select no for all of these on your first album. You'll select no, we're not in YouTube Music. No, we're not in Apple. No, we're not in Spotify. Okay. No, this single hasn't been previously released. Do not, I repeat, do not pay for social media pack because this has probably some curse words. Instagram and Facebook does not want curse words and doesn't want, this kind of music on there. So I recommend not uploading to them if you're making this kind of music. If you have curse words, people are doing it. They're getting away with it. But I know that YouTube doesn't, or I know that Facebook has that they don't want this stuff. So to avoid any problems, especially with this album, I will not upload to Instagram and Facebook. And specifically because we have songs about cannabis. The other album was fine. This one, not so much. And we won't be upgrading. We'll scroll down. We'll release today. I don't release in the future. I don't upload multiple albums and release them later. I think that's the same. Fix my video here. I think uploading multiple albums in the same day is bad. I just want to clarify that for everyone. I've been asked that a few times. We're going to go independent. And we'll select genre. This is going to be like, I guess, rock and, or we can call this like blues and rock and blues right here. And then we'll upload our album cover we just downloaded, Psychedelic Rock, parental advisory, explicit content, because it does have that cannabis stuff. But now we're going to use a Distrokid tool to our whole album. And that's going to give us the ability to auto prompt our data here. So you see it has our keyword, which we utilize vidIQ, the search terms. This is why it matters, because this is our advertising. We don't pay for ads. We don't run ads. I get asked this all the time. You can run some ads after you get some songs that are organically popping off, say with 500,000 streams. Running ads is not necessarily going to benefit you, and it's probably going to be a waste of your money. Do not recommend it. Organic is the way to go. And we have the ability to create lots of content. So here we have our keyword. Now it's going to paste title and tag from a JSON that was downloaded by the tool for the albums. There we go. All of our information is loaded. Now when we click autofill, it's going to autofill these for you. You can see it's applying metadata up here. It's going to autofill these titles here. Boom, you see that? Forbidden Foliage Psychedelic Rock. So all it did was just copy and paste our titles in there for us, saving us a tremendous amount of time, created once again by school community members, and really basically our first couple members. Now we just upload our Ds. Make sure this is by date modified. It should put them in order. Forbidden Foliage, right? Now we're going to need to select that we have, if we have explicit lyrics, you need to select that. We don't have any explicit lyrics in here, but we do have AI. So we're going to apply part of the audio, and we will music, and we will apply to all, and we will go save. You do whatever configuration you want to do there, but make sure if you're using AI, make sure you put the AI in there. You don't want anything to come back on you. So that should now be on all of the music. And then we're going to go through and upload our WAVs, because we edited our lyrics, we used our voice as the prompt and the sound, and so it's not just AI generated. This is human led, human assisted, however you want to look at it, AI music. That's what makes it good. Sacred Sativa, going through uploading all these, scrolling down, and I'm going to just upload all these. So uploading our last song. This is our 23rd song here. I was sitting here clicking through all these. And as you get to the end, we'll have to add our Apple's our Apple and iTunes requirements. So we're going to put the artist name here. I like to do synthesizer. You do whatever you want. Some people like to do other things. I think synthesizer is appropriate. Then we're going to go the psychedelic rocker. We'll copy this performer to all tracks on this album. Then we're going to do the same thing with producer. Copy this producer to all tracks on the album. Now you can put your own name there, put a different name, whatever you want to do. Then don't need any of these. Don't need the social media packs. Don't need to pay for any extras. I'm going to select our important checkboxes. These are mandatory. Right here, I won't use promo services that guarantee streams or playlisting. So don't pay for any streams or playlisting. I don't do that either. I get asked that often as well. I am not using any other artist names in my name, my song titles, or album title. That's why we check YouTube and ensure we get a YouTube channel name and a Spotify name first, right? Check Spotify for the name as well. And I have agreed to the terms. Now we should be ready to upload. Hopefully there's no errors. And boom, now we're uploading. Artwork was pretty fast. While that's uploading, that's going to be uploading. While that's uploading, I'm going to open another page here. So we're going to go up here to special access. And this is how we're going to claim our account. Now, this is going to take you a couple of days to get, but we're going to claim our official YouTube channel. Open link in new tab. And this is going to connect our topic channel, the psychedelic rocker, with our actual channel. So what's going to happen is go back over here. When you create a channel and when you upload an album, it's going to automatically create what's called a topic channel for you. And it's going to put up your artwork, and it'll be here. And you saw me make this in our last tutorial. And you're going to merge this with your actual channel where you upload videos. So you get those metrics. And so that you can double down on your best performing work and make more of it, right? And you saw this video. So with that, we're going to claim that channel, and special access is where you do that. And special access is also where you claim Spotify and iTunes and Tidal. But we're just going to do our YouTube channel, and hopefully it lets us. Sometimes you have to upload a few videos and give it a few weeks and a few subscribers before it lets you. There's like a limit here. I'm not sure what it is, but we are popped up. We'll see if it allows us. Give it a shot here. We're going to have to connect with Gmail, Google Authentication. Oh, wrong one. Make sure you select the right channel. It should say your name. Continue, and it says select channel. Now let's see. This is where it gives the error sometimes if your channel's too new. Yes, I want to claim this channel, and done. All right, that's the process. That's how you claim your channel. Now it's going to take a few days to weeks. I say weeks because it's always been like 2 weeks plus for me. I've never had them merge any faster than that. Now it's going to merge those channels for YouTube. It's going to merge those two channels we just talked about. And that's the process in a nutshell for getting your entire artist published and then claiming that channel so you can merge your video channel with your topic channels and make it big here. So that's all I got for today. That's kind of a long video, enough ramble jamble for me. I'm going to try to edit some stuff out of here, make this shorter. But remember, I do this all off the top of my head because this is how I do my music. I don't do it scripted. I don't want this to seem fake or generic. Please watch the full videos. If you've watched this whole video, drop me a W, bro, because it's a big deal to me that you watch these tutorials. It really keeps me motivated. If you found value here, hit that like button, subscribe, tell me you found value. We got people making money all over the place. We got the paid school community. We got one of our first members just hit his first $10,000 month. This guy is gonna make more money than me. I mark my words. He really nailed this, and he really put his head down and got to work. And he is the benefits of this now. For all the people that think doesn't work, it's really possible. It just takes time, much longer than you're thinking in your head right now. And I want to just implore you to please not spam the internet. If you're going to do it, just be prepared to lose that account. And maybe you're going to luck out because there's people getting away with it, but I haven't seen anybody do particularly well with spamming the internet. That's all I got for now. Enough ramble jamble, enough mumbly wumbly, enough ranting. Have a good weekend. See you on the live calls in the paid school community twice a week if you're in there.
Load in. Watch this. Yeah. Forget the haters. I'm getting paid. Turn all that talking into upgrade. They write my name. I'm getting paid. I build a gold mine out of they shade. Forget the haters. I'm getting paid. Scroll all that venom. That's my race. Keep running plays on what I made. I'm getting paid off the hate, yeah. Pale kid, small town, dial up dreams. Now my face and they just saying real rap memes. Cool, keep posting, I need that reach. Every complaint, put a yacht on the beach. You type essays, I type prompts. You burn daylight, I flip fonts. You want real skill, I want real bills. Who you think when the one that dust all steals? They mad at the source, I'm mad at the bank. Money too loud, can't hear what they think. Every this trash coming in caps. Turn to a check while you taking your naps. Forget the haters, I'm getting paid. Turn all that talking into upgrade. They write my name, I'm getting paid. I build a gold mine out of they shade. Forget the haters, I'm getting paid. Scroll all that venom, that's my race. Keep running plays on what I made. I'm getting paid off the hate, yeah. You refresh views, I refresh rates. Every new thread just face my stakes. In street plan, say it louder, please. Algorithm low when you feed his needs. They say I cheat, I say I scale. You stuck in pride, I'm stuck in mail. They throw bricks, I pave new lanes. You throw fits, I throw champagne. That ain't got rhythm, suburban sons. Still got more rhythm in my funds. Day one, you can keep score on who's more pure. I'll keep score on who's more secure. Forget the haters, I'm getting paid. Turn all that talking into upgrade. They write my name, I'm getting paid. I build a gold mine out of they shade. Forget the haters, I'm getting paid. Scroll all that venom, that's my race. Keep running plays on what I made. I'm getting paid off the hate.